What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me today on the Blitz Report. The draft is coming up. We're almost to 2018 now. College football is wrapping up, so we're going to be talking about the draft. And unfortunately, out of the hundreds or thousands of players who enter the NFL draft, only 32 of those guys can go in the first round. But there is no rule written that just because you're not a first round pick doesn't mean you can't take the NFL by storm and become a superstar. So I'm going to be talking about some guys who probably won't be drafted in the first round, who can really explode in the NFL and really take the league over. First on my list is Lorenzo Carter, edge rusher out of Georgia. He has the athleticism and the length to be a superstar in the NFL. He has dealt with some consistency issues, but he's got that size and athleticism, like I mentioned, that teams covet, that teams love, that teams really look for in an edge rusher. Got the long arms to where he can get separation between himself and the guy trying to block him or bat passes. He's got them long arms to where he can reach quarterbacks with one while he's taking on a block. So Lorenzo Carter, he has the tools to succeed in the NFL. He's just got to put it all together. Next is another edge rusher. This guy comes out of Florida State, and it is Josh Sweet out of Florida State, as I mentioned, I guess, just a few seconds ago. But this guy is really a blank slate. He has all the tools to be a great pass rusher, but he's going to need time to develop. He's going to need coaches to work with him and show him proper technique and how to use his body type, because he's got the right body type. But like I said, he's a blank slate, and he's going to need somebody to work with him, and it might take him a year, maybe two, possibly even three to get to that level, but he could certainly do it if he puts his mind to it and if he is a coachable guy, somebody that can really relay information and apply it to on-field play. Moving on, someone who's not an edge rusher but also out of the University of Georgia. He has a defensive tackle named Trenton Thompson, a guy that I personally like, who I believe has superstar potential, but he doesn't necessarily have the body size that you're looking for, but he's got perfect technique. He's a very smart football player, and I think him and Lorenzo Carter is a big reason why Roquan Smith is so successful. Roquan is someone that I'm not very high on given his size, but Trenton Thompson, he really dominates interior offensive linemen in college. He's been doing it for a few years now, and I feel like he's got that potential to be like an Ndamukong Suh or Gerald McCoy or Geno Atkins. He's got that level of skill and that level of potential, but he's going to need someone to take a chance on him and give him an opportunity to prove himself. Next, we have a quarterback on this list, and it is Riley Ferguson out of the University of Memphis. I really, really like Riley Ferguson. He is fun to watch. Memphis has been scoring a lot of points this year. He can make all the hard throws, even those out routes on the sidelines that a lot of quarterbacks struggle to make. He's athletic. He's got good ball placement. His only knock is really he's going to need to gain some weight for the NFL because teams feel like he's too small and too fragile, but he's a lot of fun to watch, and he can make all the hard throws. So he's going to need a few years to develop, learn how to read defenses and make anticipations a little bit quicker, just as most college quarterbacks do, but he has the talent to really succeed, and he used to play for the Tennessee Vols, and if you follow college football, you probably know how much the Vols wished he would have stayed since Josh Dobbs left and all that mess they got going on over there now. I'm not going to talk about it. I actually thought about making a video about it, but I cover more NFL. I'm not really into how the college football ranks are all set up and whatnot, but I'm not going to get into that here. Moving on, we have the last player on my list from University of Central Florida, another small school, Shaquem Griffin, cornerback. He's going to get a lot of attention because he's only got one hand, and he plays a position where you got to be able to play the football, and if you want to make interceptions, you got to catch, or if you want to cause turnovers, that position has to catch the ball. And he's already at a disadvantage because he's only got one hand. I don't think he's like an Odell Beckham who can go out there and just one hand every pass. But and I'm not poking fun at him. I highly, highly respect him because he's not allowing that disability to define him. He's out there and he's playing just as well or better than anyone else at the position. He's got really good size. He's very athletic. He was voted his conference's best defensive player of the year. So Shaquem Griffin, he can really carve out a spot for himself on a defense if he's given the opportunity. And while he may not intercept a lot of passes, he will be there to make sure his guy doesn't catch them and that's really the defensive's job. As long as the receiver doesn't catch the ball, the defense won. So, anyways, guys, that's my list. If there's anybody else that is projected to be a mid-round pick that you think is going to be a superstar in the NFL, comment it below. If there's anything NFL related you want me to talk about, comment it below. I'll get you featured and shout out on a video. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.